Welcome. My name is Aditi, and I believe you can do anything when you're an unstoppable leader, which I'm going to be showing you how to do in these videos. So be sure to like and subscribe so you get all the goody goods. Today, I'm teaching you how to do the impossible. So I just got back from Thailand 2 weeks ago. You guys can actually see the sunburn on my arms. When I look down sometimes, I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? And then I remember that I was just on an island. It's funny how we forget, right? When we get back into the routine. So I also am in Dallas right now, and I just got back from the Mastermind for my life coach school. I am certified under the life coach school with Brooke Castillo, which, by the way, she has a fantastic podcast. So if you're a podcast listener, check her podcast out under the life coach school. So we meet annually, all of the certified coaches, and we grow, we learn, we do all sorts of amazing things. And this year, the topic was impossible is temporary. We even got these fun notebooks and a bunch of things. Impossible is temporary. I love this so much because what do you think of when you think of impossible? Most people, when they think of impossible, it becomes a stop sign. It becomes a red light. It becomes where everything halts. And I want to challenge you to open up this opportunity for it to be something different. What if impossible was actually temporary and it wasn't a hard stop like it was for most people, like it is for most people, right? When something feels so impossible, we likely just stop right there and not do anything more. But let me tell you what shifting that into impossible being temporary can do for you. The people who were at this mastermind are amazing. They've achieved the most amazing, impossible, incredible things. Some of them lost 20 pounds. Some of them lost 40 pounds. Some of them lost 100 pounds. Some of them signed their first client. Some of them made $100,000 in their business. A few of them made $1 million in 1 year in their business. Now, what's the same thing in all of these situations is that all of those things used to be impossible for them. It used to be impossible, but over time, they turned it into possibility. So turning impossibility to possibility can be the difference between you not having that goal and then actually achieving it and your life changing in so many miraculous ways. Whatever that means and looks like for you. So today I want to share with you some of the takeaways from the Life Coach School Mastermind that can help you shift that impossibility to possibility. So one of my favorite ones, and is really the one that helped me the most, was be willing to be bad. How many times have you stopped yourself from doing something? Asking for a raise, signing up for a certification, going up on stage and speaking, talking to somebody that you thought was attractive because you're afraid of being bad, you're afraid of messing up, you're afraid of being rejected, whatever it may be. But what if you were just willing to be bad? What if you just accepted that maybe it's going to be bad and I'm willing to be bad? Right? So I thought that was so powerful and so powerful for me too. Go towards what you resist most. When you're trying to do the impossible, you end up facing so much resistance because it brings up all of your stuff. It brings up identity. It brings up habits that you've had all of your life. It brings up fear of what may change if you become this person. But when you go towards what you resist most, that's where the magic happens. Oh my God, it's incredible. Here's number 3. Put your brain to work for you, not the other way around. Because usually we are kind of working for our brain. Our brain freaks out and we just go with it, right? We go with whatever our brain tells us. But what if you were to put your brain to work for you? For example, just like we're doing here. Your brain may freak out and say, this is completely impossible. You're insane. But what if you were to be like, oh, but Mr. Brain, let me tell you, Aditi told me that impossible is temporary, so I'm going to test this theory out. You tell your brain what you want it to think. It is called thinking on purpose, and one of the leadership tools that I teach inside Do Anything School. Here's another one, number 4. Barfy feelings are good. That means you're doing it right. Typically, when you're going for the impossible, you're facing your fears, you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and you want to barf. we laughed about this so much last week because we were like, oh my God, the barfy feeling. It's like we just all resonated with it because it does feel barfy to go after big goals, big dreams, big ideas, or even just making a big shift in your life because you had a health scare or a financial scare, whatever it may be. It feels barfy. It feels uncomfortable. There's so much discomfort in that realm of impossibility. Number 5. The difference between indulging in a dream versus actually working on it. So indulging in the dream is where it stays impossible. But when you start to move it into possibility, you're actually starting to work on it, work in it. And I thought that was so powerful because I know there's certain areas for me where I indulge in the dream way more than I'm actually doing the work. So that one just blew my mind. I was like, yes, so good. All right, this one's really good too. Number 6, have 20 whys. Because the why on Sunday, this is what the speaker Corinne Crabtree said on stage, which was so good. She did a talk on taking big ass action. She said, the why on Sunday is not going to work on Tuesday when there's an opportunity to have wine and pizza with your loved one. It's like so true, right? So have 20 whys because your why on Sunday may not work today. And I was like, that's so good because that's totally happened to me. And I was like, I need to have 20 whys. Next, normalize problems and mistakes. It's part of the journey. How much do we freak out when we mess up and we just think we're such a big failure or a problem arises? Oh, I give up. I knew I wasn't supposed to do this thing. I think it's a sign. Look, when you're doing something new, of course problems are going to come up. Of course you're going to freak out. And of course you're going to make mistakes. What if you were to just embrace all of that as part of a journey and just know that this is absolutely going to happen? Next one. Embrace the journey because this is the fun part. The people who reached $1 million in their business were telling us, you guys, this is the fun part. Once you get to 1 million, once you get to the next part, it's just like, okay, that's cool. But really where you blow your own mind is this part of the journey where you're shifting from the impossible to the possible. And I was like, that's so powerful because everybody in the audience is running to want to get to where the people are on stage. But they're like, look, this really is the fun part. And I was like, that's so good, right? Because they're like, the satisfaction is short-lived. Once you get there, you're like, okay, now what, And I was like, oh, so good. Here's another one. Number 9, you are learning or succeeding, accept nothing else. I love this so much, right? Because failure makes us lose our mind. I have seen my clients lose their mind. I've seen so many people lose their mind at the fear of failure. Like, oh my God, I'm going to die. I'm going to lose my mind. Everything's over. My life is over. But what if you just positioned failing as learning? So you're only learning or succeeding, accept nothing else. That's it. That's it. And I was like, ooh, so good. Number 10, clean up your thoughts and take big ass action. Usually it is our thoughts that are holding us back from moving forward. It is our thoughts that keep us small, that keep us scared, that keep us feeling not good enough. So if you actively clean up your thoughts, you'll be able to move through all the noise in your head and then go and take big ass action. Love that. And number 11, I love this one. Shut up and be more curious. Because often we are always chattering our way into excuses or chattering our way into why we can't, why we're not ready, why we're not good enough. So the advice was just shut up Just shut up and be more curious. I wonder why I think I'm not ready. I wonder why I think I'm not good enough. I wonder why I don't think I should go for this opportunity. So be curious instead of listening to your own mind chatter about why you can't. And that, my friends, is 11 shifts to turn the impossible to possible. And to help you do that, I am doing a 90-day sprint inside of Do Anything School. This is my leadership coaching program to help you achieve impossible goals and get confident. So let me help you guys before this year ends. Let's take these 90 days. You're going to have your goal, and each and every week inside the group, we're going to be working on your productivity. We're going to be overcoming your obstacles that are coming up. And we're going to be blowing your mind. I am so freaking excited because just imagine what can happen in 90 days. With the support, with the coaching tools, I'm going to give you the entire Unstoppable Leader framework and skill set, which is what you need to be able to work through all the obstacles. I'm going to teach you how to clean up your mind. I'm going to teach you how to be productive. I'm going to teach you how to move through those heavy parts, the discomfort, and making the impossible possible. So come join us. Head over to doanythingschool.com and book an enrollment call to see if this is a good fit for you. I am so excited to welcome in this group of people for this next 90-day sprint. It's going to be so good. All right. So catch us at doanythingschool.com and I'll see you guys there. Bye.